don't want to take straight sections at all because this is round. So what kind of sections am I going to do? I'm going to do me a little bit of orange slices. So there's one section. Here's 2 and 3. You get me?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's round, I'm going to keep it round. So now, here's my top. Here's my guide from this bottom. So I'm going to come from this bottom and slide up to my top. And that's going to give me to be able to see the layering through the bottom, not take too much out, lighten it up enough so she can get some height up here if she wants. Okay? So I'm going to take my guide from here. See that guide? Now I know none of this is her lace, so I can mess with this as much as I want to because this is her lace down here. Okay? So now I'm going to take this. Here's my guide. I'm going to go past my guide, and I'm going to slide right up and out. Okay? So again, here's my guide again. I'm going to go right through and slide up and out. And that's going to give me, yeah,
Just different techniques you're showing.
just different new.
I wanted to do something here, but I didn't want to, like, do Jordan like girl.
Yeah, same thing here. Grab my, now she's got some long layers in here, you see it?
It almost looks like there's already a guide.
Yeah.
Like an angle.
So, I'm going to go up and around. Now there's not much for me to cut there because she's already got that layering. And then I'm going to mess with this a little bit because it's a little bit too heavy because she already has that layering in through the top, which is something that you're always going to be fighting against, is what's in there already. You always have to see what's in there already to know what you can do and can't do.
Yeah, you got this guy.
About
the same time. This one was like way longer than that.
It was a little bit hot. So now you guys see this super great layering all through. And it just looks really like it's just blending, falling wherever it needs to fall. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this, and I'm going to texturize the ever-living crap out of this.
Yeah.
So we're going to come to here-ish. We're just going to slide up through. Beat it. And I'm going to do a little bit right here.
I have a question. Yeah. If you're doing, like, one, because I did a blunt cut the other day and I noticed that she didn't want any layers, but the end of her hair was really thick. You know, like that happens? Could I just do that to the tip of all her hair? To make
To
it
the
thinner?
ends of her hair?
To the ends, like at the very bottom of the blunt?
No, you don't want to do that. What you want to do, if you're going to do that, because you could take off length when you shouldn't be taking off length.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing, is she didn't want it thinner in this area.
Yeah.
Just the very end. For
But
what
what you
can
can do, you have to be really controlled if you're not doing it really.
I probably wouldn't do it now, but just in the future, knowing
If
how to do it.
you want to mess with the length, come through here, okay? And then you could do nice controlled sections like this.
Oh,
To do that. Yeah, because if you start messing from back here and just start whacking, you could very well take off all her length, and then she'd be this short instead of, and then you'd be like, oh.
Right.
And then she won't come back. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
They were orange. They really were.
And then we're going to do the same thing up here. We're going to take this part. Remember where I put the triangle for the bangs? You guys remember I did that kind of cockeyed triangle? Now, where her part is where I put the tip of that triangle on purpose. Okay? So now I'm going to do the rest of that with these sections here. Okay? So this is going to be a small section. Here's my guide. I'm going to leave a little bit more here. I'm going to leave a little bit more here because it's my side and I don't have as much hair on my side. You guys get that?
Yeah.
Same here. Okay, so here's the length that she had on her top normally. Here's what I cut into it. Here's my long section. So all I'm going to do is slide up to match with it. Okay? And then she's got layers. But it's just a really super cool way of doing layers instead of like, let's pull it up and cut it straight across. Sorry. Again, so my length is here for my layers. Up and in. Last spot here. Length for my layers is right here. Can you guys see that? Here.
Now, could you do that with people that have thick hair too?
Yes, absolutely. You could be way more aggressive on somebody who's got thicker hair. So now she actually looks like she's got a ton more hair than she did before.
I know, it does look really good.
She's got all sorts of cool layering in through here. All right, bang. Fringe. Fringe. Fringes.
Yeah, your green mohawk.
Do you want this?
Are you so excited? Yeah. You want us to record in this one?
Oh, you got the curved model.
Here, you want to come where I am? Sorry.
No, you're fine. Uh-huh.
So I want to see where she's naturally parting, and you guys can see that part right through here, right? Now, fringe areas, if they're going to part in a certain spot, they're going to have to get to it while it's wet to style it. You guys understand that? Because once it starts drying, if you haven't gotten to it, you're kind of done for. It doesn't really work, okay? So, she's got to learn to commit to styling it when it's wet, or she's going to split. And it's okay if she wants to split too. The point is that we'll be able to do it so that she can split if she wants to and just let it be, or we can pull it down and really style it out for her, okay? So, one trick with bangs, if their head is down and you cut, when she puts her head up, it's going to be a whole lot shorter looking. So what we want to do is tip her chin up so that when we measure, it's actually where we want it to be, okay? So, maybe not that far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this together. Why am I pulling it together?
Overdrafting the sides a little bit.
The sides are going to be longer. If I over-direct it, the sides are going to be longer. You guys kind of get me with this? And I'm not over-directing it right to the middle. Why am I not over-directing it right to the middle? Because they're coming to this side. So I actually don't want my shortest piece. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is twist a little bit, and then I'm going to slide through this. Okay.
She looks like she's in shock. I think that's what Miss Carol kind of did to me one time.
So I've got all this like discombobulated, disconnected stuff, which is super cool, and then we're going to mess with it some more. Because I don't want to go too short with this. Because I want her to be able to push it out of the way or put it up if she wants to, because that's who she is as a person. You guys kind of get that? I don't want it to have to be styled to crap. I don't want to have to be like this with a round brush and blowing it. She doesn't do that. Yeah, yeah. So, it's how she rolls. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this a little bit. I'm going to layer this bang area. You guys see how it kind of lays nice and smooth here? Same thing here. It's going to lay smooth. And then I'm going to mess with this a little bit. So what I want to do here is I'm going to pull it up.
So you're long layering the bangs?
I am going to long layer the bang. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use my guide, my link. Get back here. So I'm going to use the link here as my guide. Okay. And then I'm going to take this part out.
You're over directing it so it's not too
Because I don't want to be too short and have her look like a 4-year-old with layered bangs that we curl in a big sausage roll and go like that.
I think that's cute. Just kidding.
So in doing that, we create a little bit of not so blunted straight across.
heavy.
Yeah, we don't want to do heavy. Same thing here now.
How would you do heavy then?
To do a heavy bang, you're actually going to pull it down and usually use your comb and cut with your comb. And then you can also kind of pull up to do this part of it with a heavy bang also. I've never really been a huge fan of a heavy bang. I'll do it if I have to.
Like my big ugly honker. I got heavy bangs.
So then she has the option that she can take this whole section and be real sassy and bring this all the way across and sit it.
How do you get those to stay without flopping down?
You have to style them when they're wet. You have to, like, to get mine to do what they do, I literally paste them against my forehead with my fingers when they're soaking wet. And I do this. And then I let them sit there until they dry. I'm not even kidding. I don't hit them with a blow dryer. I don't mess with a round brush because a round brush is just going to give you lift where you don't want lift. So I literally just and let them go. And then I do the rest of my hair. And then like occasionally I will take the round brush or not the round brush but the blow dryer this way and be like and blow it like this, just so it hits it to move it a little bit. But if you start messing around with that blow dryer all like this and up in front, you're just going to be like, hello. You like my bang? All right. So do we like this so far, guys?
Yeah.
Kind of longish, but I kind of want it to be long. Because then we can be like, real. Like, she could be real crazy with these if she wanted to. Alright, so I'm going to mess with this part just a little bit. So to do that, I'm just going to add a little bit more triangle into this.
Maybe start sliding one bit.
Yep, exactly what I'm doing. You guys see where my bang stops? So my goal is to get from where my bang stops to here. Okay? So as I come through, look at that. Yes. Yes. There's my list. I don't know why you guys want to go on break when you're watching. You weren't watching. Wait until I'm done.
I was listening though.
Okay.
You getting a lot of back shots?
I am.
Is she recording my back side?
No, that's why I keep moving.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah!
I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Oh, you like it a lot? Okay, last section. That same triangle, I'm just going back further because I want to make sure that I add that to, here's my length for my scissors. So I'm going to come through like this.
Probably don't have like a signature say like everything says. Like what? You know, maybe that shit has that man. She has.
That's not ridiculous. Yeah, and then I just have a little bit of adding it in because I don't want to make it real perfect. But that's not fun. Fun hair is curly. We'll make sure we're relatively the same length on both sides. Yeah, we're good. Alright. And then we're good to go. So we're gonna dry.
Wait, turn